Hey, how's it going, everyone? None of you may know me, but my name is Saturn, and today I'm just going to vent some thoughts of mine about a few subjects. Some of these may be triggering for some people, so viewer discretion is advised. Okay, so in recent years, since I got out of high school, it has just felt as if I've been stuck in one place and everything is passing me by. People, friends, experiences, opportunities, everything. After barely, and I do mean barely passing high school, I decided to take a year off. Even though I had slacked off for 4 years, my entire high school career, never put in any effort in anything, I somehow felt the need to take the entire year off. So that's what I did. My reasoning is that I told myself after a year of goofing off and enjoying myself, I would either get a job or start college or pursue some sort of craft or career. Needless to say, none of that happened because I didn't set any goals. Years went by, I turned 19 and then I turned 20. And right at the end of the year that I turned 20, I finally scored a job. But unfortunately, this is where we're getting to probably the darkest period of my entire life ever. I never want to experience anything like this again. But during this time, life felt so bland, so incredibly bland. I lost motivation to do everything, to eat, to wash my own ass, to go to work, and anything. I just didn't want to do anything but sit down and play video games. And even then, I didn't have the same excitement and motivation for playing video games as I used to. And it was just really scary because I had felt like this before a couple years back, and that did not end well. I won't be getting into that in this video, but it was that same feeling coming back again of like really deep depression. And for anyone who doesn't have depression, if you're just trying to wrap your head around how it works or how it feels, imagine eating nothing but mashed potatoes every single day for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And the mashed potatoes may even be a little bit good, you know what I mean? They might actually be the best mashed potatoes you've ever eaten. But after a while of eating them over and over and over again, you get used to the flavor, you get used to the texture, and it just becomes bland. And you wish you could have something else, maybe a steak with a different texture, some vegetables, literally anything that's different, that's not mashed potatoes. That's pretty much what depression is like. I know it's a little weird, but just try and envision that mindset wise. That's kind of where I was at. I just felt myself plummeting into like a deep, dark abyss, and I had no hope of reaching the surface. And after that, I just quit. I quit the job, and my mom was very upset at me at the time, and even threatened to toss me out on my own. And thankfully, my stepdad had stepped in and talked to her to give me another chance. But if he hadn't done that, I honestly was already planning to off myself before it had even gotten to that point. But well, that's a job update. Anyway, so I just remember thinking to myself every single day that you're a piece of shit, and you've always been a burden, and no one loves you, and no one ever will. And anyone who says that they love you is just saying it out of obligation. And these thoughts were so powerful, I believe, that they changed the course of my actions to fit the description of what I had described to myself. I started lying a lot, and I became a piece of shit, honestly. I became a burden. I wasn't helping out with chores despite me not having a job. I was lashing out at my mom. I was just overall just not an enjoyable person to be around. And I just spent all day playing video games and clinging desperately to any source of instant gratification. Hell, I even honestly cut myself some days just to feel something, anything, something to remind me that I'm still human, that I'm still here, despite everything else just being so bitterly numb. But shortly after that, I saw a video, and I don't really remember who it was by, but it was one of the more popular Minecraft YouTubers saying things like, "It's gonna be okay, and things may seem dark now, but things will get better." And I just remember repeating to myself out loud, "Things will get better." out loud to myself while watching that video. And I just want to say to those people who are watching this right now that things may seem dark and nothing may be going your way, and there may seem like there's no way out. But if you just stick it out and work through it, things will get better. All of you that have stumbled across this video, I just really want you to know that I am here for you. And the other influencers like Dream and a couple others who have said that they're here for you as well, they are here. Things will get better. Except all of that is a lie. All of that is BS. Everything I just said recently, but besides the story bit, but everything about the video, it's complete BS. No one knows for sure if things will get better for you. Tomorrow could be your last day here on the planet. Maybe you'll lose someone you love within the next week. No one really knows for sure. Making empty promises that things will turn around is pointless, and it honestly really bugs me that some people do that. Some YouTubers do that. You don't really know what someone's life is, and to just give them false hope that things are just gonna miraculously get better just doesn't sit that well with me. And I don't have any beef with that YouTuber specifically. I'm not trying to stir up drama here. I'm just trying to speak my mind. And no, before you go into the comments and say that I'm an edgy e-boy who believes life is pointless and everything has no meaning and we should all just give up and die. I'm not like that. Just hear me out. There is no guarantee that things will get better for you. But if you are struggling and watching this video, then I implore you to take action. Change your thinking, be more positive. Cherish the little things. Appreciate everything, no matter how small or how trivial it may be. Your life is not just gonna change one day. You're not just gonna wake up and find that everything around you is better and that you're suddenly happier and you're no longer depressed. That's just not how it works. Depression doesn't work that way. You have to fight through it. You have to start changing yourself and doing things that you otherwise would not want to do. I would recommend doing the things that you have the most resistance for. Resistance meaning something you just have no motivation for doing. Just absolutely don't want to do that thing, even though it could be really good for you. Only applies for things that you know are good for you, but you just have trouble doing them. For me, it was just getting up and getting ready in the morning, like taking care of my hygiene. That was hard. That's something that you have to work through. People who are depressed typically have like a really messy room, and my room was filthy. Terribly filthy. And if you have a filthy room like me, just clean it up. Do it for today and see if you can keep it clean for a day. And if you can do a day, then try for a couple days, try for a week. And before long, you'll find that you don't even need to try anymore because you've just adapted to that habit. If you just try and implement good, healthy habits into your life, and if you don't know what good, healthy habits are, you can go to Google and search up what good, healthy habits that you can incorporate into your life to kind of help you with your mental battle. And I also highly recommend exercising. I don't care if you're 400 pounds. If you're 400 pounds and you can walk and you're capable of walking, then just start walking. If that's all you can do, it doesn't matter. Do any level of exercise because that is really good for your mood. And try not to stay cooped up in one room all the time because that is also proven to make people very depressed, staying inside all day. I like to stay inside and play video games, so go outside, get some sun. I know coronavirus is out there, but just go for a walk around your neighborhood. Do something like that. Just whatever you do, just try and implement healthy habits into your life and don't give up. I know it's hard, but you have to fight. You have to push through it, and that is the only way to see results. And even if you do all of that, there's no guarantee that things will get better. There's no guarantee that life is gonna do a turnaround. But these are things that can lead to better results. So if you were like me or you are like me and you're going through this, then this is what I recommend for you to do. And I know what depression is like. It's rough. It's nearly impossible to escape. But you have to try for your friends, for your family, for yourself most importantly, and your future. Don't give up and don't lose hope. It may seem like life has no meaning, and that's true. This beautiful universe that we're born in has no meaning at all. There's no grand plan, there's no end game, and there mightn't even be an afterlife. Nobody really knows for sure. And perhaps this one life that we're living right now in this moment is the only life that we get. And if that's the case, wouldn't it be a shame if you just never stopped to smell the roses? if you just never slow down to just appreciate even the tiniest thing, that really would be a shame. Because life has no meaning, because the universe doesn't have a goal in mind, it allows us to tie our own meaning to our lives and to set what we believe is our main driver for doing the things that we do. We get to choose that. That is a choice, and that is a powerful one. And whatever that whatever that thing is that keeps you moving, that keeps you going, that gets you up in the morning, you've got to cling to that. And I don't care how stupid it is. It could be a YouTuber, it could be a video game, hell, it could be a little snail you found on the side of the road that you decided to name Bartholomew. It doesn't matter what it is, cling to it and keep moving forward, because that is the only way you're going to get out of this depression. You have to just claw, bite, and tear your way through it. It's going to be a brutal battle, but you can you can do it. And maybe, just maybe, with enough luck, with enough try, with enough tears, with enough blood, with enough effort, and most importantly, a little bit of luck, you just might be okay.